Any on the substitution I can help you with? Number 8, you got it. Number 8, we have y equals 4x plus 11, and negative 3x plus 4y is equal to 18. So I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to replace it right here. Hello. Let's see. I got you. Appreciate you. So when I plug that in, I get negative 3x plus 4 parentheses equals 18. Inside those parentheses, I'm going to put the 4x plus 11. Make sure you distribute over on this. So I get negative 3x plus 8x plus 44 equals 18. Combine these like terms, so that's 5x plus 44 equals 18. And then let's see, subtract 4 from both sides. So I get 5x is equal to negative what? So it's 44 minus 18. That's 6. Ew. All right, so that's technically the first part of the answer. I would say the ones on the final will come out to be whole numbers, so let's just leave this one there and not worry about it. Okay? There was one of them. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So this is as far as we can go here. I'm not worrying about plugging a fraction back in and getting the y component fraction back out. Okay, so again, you do that. You said 6, Edison? All right. So I get 7x minus 8y equals 112. Then I get y equals negative 2x plus 9. All right, so this here can go in for here. So I get 7x minus 8, parentheses 2x plus 9. That's where y used to live, equals 112. Make sure you distribute the negative to both of those. Minus 72 equals 112. These are like terms, so that's going to give me 23x. Add 72, add 72 equals, what's that, 184. Divide by 23. Let's see. 7? How many times is 23 going to 184? Let's see, 5, no, 6, no, 7, no, 8. Maybe 8 times? It's 23 times 8, that? 24, carry the 2, 16, 17, 18. There we go. All right, so that tells us that x is equal to 8. And again, we're looking for an x and a y value. So I'm going to plug 8 back into, I'm going to plug this value here back into an x here or an x here. Looks like the bottom one's going to come out nicer. One more might be coming. Nope. All right, and that gives me negative 7. There we go. There's our answer there. Hey, so my friends, let's say you're doing one of these problems and you get stuck, especially on the final exam. You get stuck on the problem. Well, let's say they give you 4 ordered pairs for the answers. You still with me? If you just can't make it work, then take that x and y value and plug it back into each and see what happens. So if I took that x value and plugged it in, I'd get 56 plus 56. That's equal to 112. And then on the bottom one, you'd get negative 7 equals negative 16 plus 9, which also works. So you can take the answer and plug it back in and find it that way as well. I don't know on the final exams, like, hey, do I have to show my work? No, I'm looking for A, B, C, or D, and a couple of them that are E. That might have a choice of E. Okay? So here's a question for you. What happens if you had some big old long problem and you solve it and the answer comes down to something like this? let's say the x and y fall out and you wind up with that for an answer. What does that mean? It's how many solutions? Infinite? None? No solution. But let's say you go and you solve it and it came out to like this, which is true. How many solutions would that be? Meaning the x and y are completely gone. Yeah, that would be infinite solutions. Okay. Anything else we can help you with on that? So again, if you get stuck on one of these and it says, hey, use substitution, and you're like, man, I can't make the answer work, then go back in, take each of the answers, plug it into both of the problems that are given, whichever one is true on both, that's the answer. Okay? Any others you want me to work out? 7. We're in. All right. So we know that y is equal to this. So I'm going to replace it with this y. Make sure when you distribute, you're going to distribute the negative 2 over the parentheses. So we'll distribute the negative 2. So half of negative 2 is negative 1. Oops. Then minus 8 equals negative 8. Those cancel. So I get negative 8 equals negative 8. How many solutions? Infinite. Okay? Totally true statement. It works. Does that seem okay? Any others you want to see on that page? 5? You got it. Number 5, 3x minus 5, 6x minus 2y equals 8. All right, so y is equal to this. I'm going to replace it with this. So we're going to get 6x minus 2 times 3x minus 5 equals 8. I'm going to distribute the negative to both. So I get 6x minus 6x plus 10 equals 8. Those cancel. Is 10 equal to 8 this week? Nope, no solution. Everything else good? All right, so I am on the back side. Notes for number 5. Notes for number 5 that we have this. This is part of that packet. All right, so they want us, there was another way that we did these, which was used, they call it elimination, or sometimes you use the addition method. So we have our two equations. And usually when this process is used is when you already have x and y already on the same side. So right now, if I were to add these two equations together, I'm going to get 8x. The y's cancel each other out, and I get 16. Divide each side by 8. So x is equal to 2. So remember, I'm trying to get an x and a y value. So I get a 2 there. I can take that 2, and I can plug it into either of them, here or here. It's your choice. I might plug it into the bottom one. So 3 times 2 is 6, plus 6y equals 48. Subtract 6. 6y equals 42. Divide by 6. Y is equal to 7. So 2 comma 7. And again, this one would work. If you got stuck on this, take a look at the answers. Plug each of the answers in. Plug the x value in for the x. Plug the y value in for the y on both of the equations. Whichever one works on both, giving it a true statement. So on the top one, you get negative 32 equals negative 32. Bottom one, you get 48 equals 48. Whichever one works, that is your answer if you get stuck on these. Okay? May I move off this screen? We're good? All right. And then we have this. We have 2x minus 5y equals 17. 6x plus 5y equals negative 9. So talk to me. What should we do? Combine them, right? Add them. If I add them, what goes away? Yeah, the negative 5 is gone. So I get 8x, negative 5y, positive 5y. They go bye-bye. 17 minus 9 is 8. Divide each side by 8. So x equals 1. So remember, trying to find an ordered pair, x and y. So now we know that x is equal to 1. I could take that 1 and plug it into either of them. I might plug it into this bottom one. Okay, so there was an x that lived there, but now it's going to be 1. So 6 times 1 is 6 plus 5y equals negative 9. Subtract 6, subtract 6. 5y equals negative 15. Divide by 5. Y is equal to negative 3. There's my answer. La tita. Let's try that next example. If I add these up, what goes away? The x's are gone. So 2y plus 1y is 3y equals negative 6, because 10 minus 16 is negative 6. Divide by 3, y equals negative 2. So then I could take this negative 2 and I could plug it into either of the y's. It doesn't matter. I'll probably pick the second one. So negative 7x minus 2, because it was just a y there, equals negative 16. Add 2, add 2. So negative 7x is equal to negative 14. Divide by negative 7. X equals 2. So 2 comma negative 2. And again, my friends, if you're working these problems and you get stuck on it, just take the xy value that they gave you, plug it back in to the original equation, and whichever one becomes true on both. So the top one would be 10 equals 10, bless you. The bottom one would be negative 16 equals negative 16. Whatever one works, use it. All right, so now I'm on the back page, and I would like to look at problem number 2. Problem number 2. All right, so problem number 2. Can I add them together and one of the letters goes away? No, if I add it together, I get 6x minus 10y equals 32. That's not going to help me. So what should I do to one of the equations, or both the equations, to make it something go away? Do what? 5? Do what? Which one do you want? What letter do you want to get rid of? You want to get rid of 6? 5? So do what with 5? I like what you're thinking. Negative 5. Good. I like it. So I'm going to multiply this whole top equation by negative 5. So that gives me negative 5x plus 20y equals negative 5 times 4 is 20. Carry the 2. That's negative 120. Don't change the bottom equation at all. Now if I add these together, these go away, and I get 14y is equal to negative 112. If I divide each side by 14, I think that comes out to negative 8. So how did I do that? I just went negative 112 divided by 14 on the calculator. So I get negative 8 for the y value. Take this y value, plug it into either of the original y values. I might pick the top one. X plus 32 equals 24. subtract 32. Those cancel, so x equals that negative 8. Ooh, our answer is negative 8, comma negative 8. I like it. So again, though, on the final exam, these will be multiple choice. So if you get to a point where, like, I don't remember how to do it, and you say, hey, Mr. Strip, I forgot how to do it, I'm going to be like, plug the answers back in. Plug your x value in for x, plug your y value in for y. Whatever one's true on both is your answer. And then if you still say what? And I'll just say, take your best guess. So again, if I took my negative 8 comma negative 8 and plugged it into the x minus 4y plus 24, I'd wind up getting 24 equals 24. That's awesome. If I plugged it into the 5x minus 6y equals 8, plug negative 8 in, I'd wind up getting 8 equals 8. And that's what we want. Okay? So, my friends, just another word of warning. If all letters go away, then you either get something true or false. So a true statement would look like this. 7 equals 7, negative 2 equals negative 2, 0 equals 0. And that's going to mean that we have infinite solutions. If I wound up getting a false statement, meaning you had 7 equals 10, or negative 2 equals 0, or 3 equals negative 10, something like that, those are all false. This means we have no solution. Okay? So I want to give you the opportunity to work on the rest of that worksheet. Let's have get 1 through 8 all done. And I don't have a page on that, but it's just the page on the back of our elimination. And I'll give you the rest of the period